Welcome back, loves. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is the Oracle G, and today we are going to dive into the energy surrounding your next major breakthrough. Okay, so if you're here, Spirit led you here for a reason. Okay, so let's dive right on in. This reading is going to really just reveal what's really shifting behind the scenes for you, what's being revealed to you now, okay, and how you can align with your highest timeline. Now, I do want you to ground your energy, right, because overall that's going to be the goal for us, so that we can tap into our discernment, our intuition, and all. These are collective readings, okay? So take what you need, leave what you don't need. And I'm using the Everyday Witch Tarot today. And remember, the energy is very fluid, okay? Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Flip your roles as you see fit. And if you're guided to this message, it's already yours in spirit, okay? So let's take a deep breath. Release what's heavy and open your heart to receive this message. So I'm starting with card number 1, which is the core energy. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Tell me about the core energy for the collective. The Ten of Swords in the upright position. Tell me about the challenge in the lesson for card number 2. The Six of Pentacles in the upright position. Card number 3, the hidden influence. The Ace of Cups in the reverse position. Card number 4, divine guidance. The Four of Cups in the reverse position. And card number 5, the outcome or the blessing. Six of Cups reverse. That was the same card that came out initially. 221 on the timer. Okay, so pretty much, right, with card number 1, we got the Ten of Swords coming out, right? And so with the Ten of Swords, it talks about endings, okay? Could be recent. But this is one of these endings. What I feel like also is like the closing of a cycle, okay? It's very heavy energy, but it's that freeing energy. So you just came through like a very painful chapter, right? And it has finally come to completion. This is the moment where the worst is over. So whatever's been draining you, 323 on the timer, you can no longer follow, it can no longer follow you into this next season, okay? So whatever has been, you know, really pulling on you, whatever that painful situation, 333 on the timer, it can't come with you. I feel like this is a time in your journey where you have to move into a state of trusting and you have to release what no longer serves you. And remember that whatever broke you is also what built you. You learned what betrayal or disappointment and exhaustion actually taught you, right? It was needed to teach you. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah, it was needed to teach you. And so now it's time to rise, right? This is why I can't come into the next season with you, because this is a time where you're really going to be utilizing whatever the lessons were, whatever those past situations were, to also help others, to teach others, okay? And so what Spirit is highlighting right now is reciprocity. So this is about balance. This is about giving and receiving equally, okay, with the Six of Pentacles coming out in the upright. So that's the lesson. That has been the challenge. So for some of you, you've been pouring into connections, into situations that's not pouring back into you. 444 on the timer. And the lesson is knowing your worth and not negotiating it, right? So what I'm pulling from the cards is that you can't receive when your hands are still full of what drains you. And so that's why some things had to come to an end, right? Because we know the close of the cycle is where you get that chapter test, right? The close of the cycle usually can be kind of rough, all right? But however, what's on the other end of that, you understand, that closing of that cycle is way better than what you've been experiencing. And so the hidden influences, when it comes down to this Ace of Cups coming out in a reverse position, this shows emotional blockage, right? This is either emotional blockage, or you know how when you go into self-protection mode, that self-preservation, okay? Some of you may have shut down emotionally because it just felt safe, all right? I get it. It felt safer to numb yourself, right, than to risk more disappointment. But what Spirit is trying to inform you is that your heart is ready to open again. So healing doesn't mean forgetting what people did, right? It doesn't mean you forget the pain. It means that you learn how to love with wisdom now. And so that's what we was failing to do before. All right, and I'm including myself in this, in the collective energy, because, yeah, I've been there. Okay, so before we didn't have the wisdom, that's why love hurt. But that's not what it's supposed to be or what it feels like. You know, it's because we lack that wisdom, that self-awareness. All right, but now we're better for it now. We've been through, you understand, the cycles. We've been through the transformations. Hey, we went through the levels. We did our boot camp, okay? Some of you may still be in the boot camp, but definitely follow along, you know, so that you can get what you need, so that you can get out of boot camp. I'm really loving this energy because even with the 4 cups in the reverse, it speaks about awakening. It speaks about like you really choosing your happiness. The realization that what you thought you lost was really meant to be your final option, okay? It wasn't meant to be your final option. 707 on the timer. You didn't lose anything. You actually gained, okay, by the end of this cycle in which you're coming in with into this new season. Oh, it won't be no regret, okay? And so Spirit is presenting a new emotional opportunity, but it's going to require you to look up, release the regret, and accept what's being offered to you. So don't stay attached to how you thought it was supposed to look, right? Because the blessing never comes how you think it should look, okay? The divine has something way better if you're willing to see things differently here. And with the final outcome, with the 6 of Cups coming in the reverse position, y'all, again, like it may feel, this is like deep on a soul level. This is deep soul level healing. It's releasing nostalgia, childhood patterns, or even past like karmic situations, bonds, you understand, all that, right? That once kept you stuck. This is where Spirit is telling you, you literally can honor the past without living there any longer. The blessing here is emotional independence. Freeing yourself from the cycles that kept you repeating them until you finally chose yourself. That's the true blessing right there, okay? So the story here is very clear. And endings are not punishments, they're invitations, right? That's what we're learning. And so what the 10 of Swords, like, that closes the door. But the 6 of Cups in reverse actually opens up a new door, okay, within your own spirit. So Spirit is saying, don't fear the reset, because you're being realigned, right? To connect with things that are matching your healed energy, not that past hurt energy, okay? So begin to affirm with me. I am free from what no longer serves me. My heart is open to divine restoration. Okay? Everything happens for a reason, you guys. And this reason right here, oh yeah, this needs a standing ovation, okay? Because yeah, you are literally not the same. And whatever happened to you in the past, that's behind you. Okay? So if this message resonates, drop a rose in a comment and claim your rebirth, y'all, okay? Hit the like, share, or subscribe button for more collective readings and intuitive messages. And also remember, endings are just Spirit's way of clearing space for more miracles, y'all. Until the next time, keep rising. Peace.